Hello again. There's many ways of approaching a drawing, and up till now we've concentrated on shape and negative shape. And last week I introduced you to the idea of line and drawing imaginary vertical and horizontal lines through the image, and that gives you a better proportioned image. So I'm taking that idea a little bit further, and I'm going to introduce you to what's called the 5-line system. So let's do a bit of brain training first. Grab yourself something like a newspaper or a magazine, and this is where you're going to train your brain. So here we are. What I'm asking you to do is you're going to restrict the drawing to 5 lines. Now here I've done this one here. It's up to you where the lines are. That seemed to me an obvious one there, so I drew that line. That's 1. 2, it doesn't have to follow the contour. You're just really extending the line like you did last week and to see where it goes. So that's 2. Felt that was another one. 3. A nice undulating line there. 4. 5. But it doesn't have to be that. You might prefer that line, or it's entirely up to you, or you might prefer that line. So that's one example. Here's another one. So I thought that was quite a good line there. Look, it doesn't matter if it goes through his chin. I'm ignoring that. I'm just seeing where the line extends to. I felt those were 2 lines there. Took one up there. 3. Thought that was quite a nice one there. But again, that could be up to you. You might prefer that line there. But again, you see where it goes, and you might find extending that line and it goes to his arm there. It's entirely up to you. There's no hard and fast rules. Right, so when you've done that, I've got a couple of ideas for you. One is to get a photograph from a book or a magazine of a bird, because I think they fall lovely into line. I'm not trying to take you away from the idea of using this and using shape, but what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to equip you with a toolbox of skills so that you have got lots of skills you can pull on, so you can think, right, this particular image is better with a viewfinder and just looking at negative shape. This particular image is best using 5-line, and I think birds fall nicely into that. So here we are. This is a drawing I did of the bird. A bird of prey. So I started off with that, and look, you see, because it looked lots of pentimenti, so I'd got I can't find the photograph now, not very helpful, is it? But I drew this line here. I thought that was a lovely sweeping line there, and that line there, look, beautiful line like that. So that was my second line, and then I took a line, if I do it there, I took a line across like that, which is that line there. So again, I restricted myself to 5 lines. Once I'd done that, I then felt I could sort of fill in some of the bits. And again, if you look at the amount of pentimenti there, look at that. I started that line down here and it was totally wrong. So I've fiddled around here, and with the pentimenti really relaxed, I got the outlines of the bird. So you end up with something like this, and then we go back to texture. And if you look at the video 16, where we looked at little marks, so we looked at scribbles, bits of scribble there, and we looked at dots and dash, all the sort of different marks you can make. This so far has probably taken me about an hour and a half. So to do the complete drawing, it's probably about 3 hours work. So if you're doing a finished, polished drawing, expect to spend quite a number of hours on it. So that's one idea. This is another idea, and this has been my favourite artist, Da Vinci. This has been prompted by Da Vinci. So here we are. Da Vinci loved his drapery. So he would have started off with doing lines. Now he's chosen more than 5 lines, doesn't matter, but you can see how he's looked at wherever the lines are, and he's drawn those in first, and then he's drawn the drapery. So I'm taking this idea and I'm going to get you to take something very modern, which is a pair of jeans. So I want you to, it's not the whole jeans, I want you to just arrange some jeans there, and then before you start, if you look there, you see I chose that line there, 1. I then thought this was quite a good line, 2. This line here, 3. and then I took that line 4. But again, that is entirely up to you which lines you use. Once you've got your lines, again, lots of pentimenti, then you can go back to texture. Again, look, you've got dashes and dots. Don't forget to tone in around the image, because you see like places like that, that is light against dark, whereas that's dark against light. It goes back to this counter change, which we've covered in previous videos. So there we are. That brings in another drawing system, which might appeal to you. So it's just another tool to put in your toolbox. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.